My legs were getting weaker every single month, and I was convinced that was just how aging worked. Then I stopped 4 things. Nothing I added, just stopped. And within weeks, my legs started coming back. No gym, no doctor, no expensive program. I figured it out myself, and today I am going to walk you through every single one. I want you to watch this entire video because I believe what I am about to share could genuinely change things for a lot of you. I am going to be honest about everything, including the mistakes I made that were actually making things worse. By the end, you will know exactly what to stop and exactly what happens when you do. My name is Daniel. I am 78 years old, and if any of this sounds familiar to your own situation, drop the word steps in the comments right now. I read every single one. 2 years ago, I could not walk from my kitchen to my front porch without holding the wall. My legs felt like they belonged to someone else. Heavy, unreliable, slightly numb by afternoon. I told myself it was normal. 78 years old, what did I expect? So, I did what most people do. I started resting more. I sat down whenever I felt that familiar heaviness creeping in. Figured my legs needed recovery time. I did that for about 6 weeks. They got worse. Not dramatically worse, just quietly, steadily worse. Then my friend Leonard, we've known each other since the early 1990s, suggested I try compression socks. His wife swore by them. I wore them every day for 3 weeks. My legs still felt like sandbags by mid-afternoon. The socks didn't change much except make me feel like I was doing something. Then my son called from Seattle and suggested magnesium supplements. He had seen something online. I bought a bottle, took them every morning for a month. I'm not saying they're useless. Maybe they help some people. But my legs didn't notice anything different. 3 different attempts, 3 different ideas, 0 real change. That's when I started getting genuinely frustrated. Not scared, just frustrated. Because I knew something was off in what I was doing. I just didn't know what. A man named Victor lives a few houses down from me. I've known him for about a decade. We wave, we talk sometimes. Nothing deep. Last autumn, I saw him walking his dog, and something looked different. He was moving differently. Not faster, just more steady, like his legs were actually carrying him instead of the other way around. I stopped him and said, "Victor, what changed?" He laughed and said he had been dealing with the same leg issue I had for almost 2 years, could barely make it around the block. Then he said something that stuck with me. He said, "Daniel, I didn't add anything. I stopped things, and everything shifted." I asked him what 4 things. He told me right there on the sidewalk. I went home and started the same day. The first thing Victor told me to stop was long periods of sitting without movement, as it can affect heart health and how cholesterol circulates in the body. Victor said the legs basically go into idle mode during those long stretches. Everything slows down. Then when you stand up, they feel unready. He started getting up every 45 minutes, just stood, walked to the kitchen, came back, sat down, 2 minutes, that's it. I thought that sounded almost too simple to matter, but I tried it anyway. For the first few days, nothing changed. By day 5, I noticed I wasn't grabbing the wall when I stood up. By the second week, that afternoon heaviness wasn't as strong anymore. I'm not exaggerating. Just breaking up sitting made a real difference. Now I set a quiet reminder on my watch. Every 45 minutes, I stand up, move a bit, then sit back down. My legs feel more awake throughout the day. The second thing to stop surprised me. Wearing overly soft indoor shoes all the time. Victor explained it like this. If your feet are always supported too much, they stop doing their share of work. Thick cushioning, heavy arch support, soft soles, your feet barely engage. And when your feet don't engage, everything above them follows. He started spending time at home in thin-soled shoes or just socks on a rug. Not on slippery floors, just enough to feel the ground. I switched to light canvas slippers indoors. The first week, my feet felt tired in a new way. Victor said that was normal. By week 3, that tiredness faded and my balance felt more stable. If you're walking around all day in very cushioned house shoes, your feet are basically being carried instead of working. Now, at this point, If you know someone who has been dealing with weak legs, share this with them. Not for views, but because Victor sharing what he learned with me actually changed things for me, and it might help someone else too. The third thing Victor told me to stop was avoiding slopes and uneven ground. I had been doing this for a long time. Any slight incline, I would walk around it, thinking I was being careful. Victor said that avoiding those small challenges was actually making his legs less responsive. Flat ground keeps everything too predictable. Small stabilizing muscles don't get used. He started walking on a gentle grassy slope near a small park. Nothing extreme, just enough variation to make his body adjust. I started doing the same near a quiet path by my street. A mild incline, nothing dangerous. In the first week, it felt unfamiliar. In the second week, it felt like effort, but manageable. By the end of the month, my legs felt more responsive than they had in years. Not strong like I was young again, but more steady, more aware. The fourth thing, and Victor said this was the most important one, was stopping the habit of using the arms first. Every time I stood up, I pushed with my hands. Every time I sat down, I dropped into the chair using my arms for support. Getting in and out of the car, grabbing railings before even trying with my legs. Victor said he realized his legs weren't actually doing the main job anymore. His arms were always taking over. He started pausing before standing or sitting. Hands relaxed, letting the legs initiate the movement first. The first few times felt unstable, a little awkward. But within 2 weeks, it became natural again. I practiced it constantly. Couch, chair, car, everywhere. By the third week, I didn't even think about it anymore. It just happened. That's the one thing I wish someone had told me years ago. Now I know what some of you are thinking. My situation is different, Daniel. My legs are worse. I have knee issues, hip issues, other things going on. I hear you. I'm not saying ignore your body. I'm saying start with one thing, just one. Start with the sitting breaks if nothing else. Get up every 45 minutes for a couple of minutes. That costs nothing. Try it for 2 weeks before deciding anything. Victor didn't change everything overnight, and neither did I, but something began to shift, and that shift made everything else possible. A couple of months after that sidewalk conversation, Victor and I started walking together twice a week. Not fast, not far. Just around the neighborhood talking about ordinary things. His dog, my garden, memories from years ago. Last week, he suggested we try the small hill near Pine Street without stopping. I made it. So did he. We stood at the top like two old men who had just done something bigger than it looked. My legs aren't perfect. They never will be. But they're mine again. They carry me. That's enough. If this gave you something useful today, even just one small idea, drop the word leg in the comments below. I'll know exactly what you mean. If you're waking up a lot during the night, don't miss the next video. In it, I share a simple 3-minute bedtime movement that helps calm the body down before sleep and stay asleep through the night. And don't forget to subscribe for more simple wellness insights like this. I share new videos regularly.